Hey guys, I'm Kerulu. Welcome back to this channel. In this vlog, I'm taking you along with me to something truly special. My cousin's ordination ceremony as a Buddhist monk, held at the sacred Ruwanwelisaya in Anuradhapura. We started off from Mount Lavinia. It was nearly a 200-kilometer journey. The date was June 7th, 2025, and we were all ready for the trip. Our train from Colombo Fort was scheduled for 3:45 p.m. So we got ready by 2:30 and loaded up all the luggage into a van I had booked to take us to the station. We reached Colombo Fort around 3:15 p.m. Thankfully, we had booked our tickets a month ahead, so no long queues. We went straight to the platform. While my dad and sister went to grab some snacks, my mom and I stayed back and I checked with an officer the platform we need to go. Our train was arriving at platform 6. And right on time, 3:45 p.m. sharp, the train rolled in. Another cousin and his family joined us from Veyangoda, and once everyone was on board, the real fun began. Standing by the door, feeling the wind, watching the sunset, it just hit different. The view around 5 p.m. was absolutely breathtaking. And it brought back memories. My cousin and I once took a similar trip in 2019, right after A-levels, when we climbed Sri Pada together. Those memories still felt so vivid. We finally reached Anuradhapura around 8:30 p.m. My mom had packed dinner, so we didn't have to hunt for food. We headed straight to Ratnamali Pilgrim's Rest, just 650 meters from the station. For 7,500 rupees, we got this big cozy family room, total value for money. After dinner, we crashed early because we had to wake up at 2 a.m. for the ceremony. Waking up that early was tough, but we managed. Surprisingly, it was easier to get a pick-me tuk-tuk here than in Colombo. They arrived within seconds, even at 2 a.m. in the morning. We reached Ruwanwelisaya by around 3:30 a.m. and it was already packed with thousands of devotees. My mom, sister, and I stopped by a flower shop nearby to buy offerings. The entire atmosphere was calm yet deeply spiritual. As Buddhists, we don't wear footwear inside sacred sites, so we left our shoes behind. We sprinkled some water on the flowers to keep them fresh. A small ritual, but it always feels meaningful. Walking through the security scanners and finally seeing the majestic stupa glow under the early morning sky, I can't even describe that feeling. It's one of those moments where words just fall short. We offered our flowers and then slowly walked around looking for the ordination area. After squeezing through the crowd, I finally caught sight of my cousin, calm, focused, and moments away from becoming a monk. The ceremony lasted about 45 minutes. Afterward, the monks went to change into their robes. And then, seeing my cousin emerge in his monk's robe, it hit me hard. All those childhood memories just came flooding back. That was the moment he became the Venerable Monaragala Damma Kusala Thero. I couldn't call him Maya anymore. It was such a bittersweet mix of pride, sadness, and pure joy. After the ceremony, the newly ordinated monks went for their Hildana, which is their first meal of the day. I followed them until they boarded the bus that would take them to the meal location. On my way back, I paused to admire the Ruwanwelisaya again. The sight was surreal. The white stupa shining under the morning light, surrounded by peaceful devotees. You could actually feel the spiritual energy in the air. We were told we could meet the Thero at Tuparamaya after the Hildana, so we headed there. We worshipped the stupa and waited for about an hour before Venerable Monaragala Damma Kusala Thero arrived. When he arrived, we had a short chat. It was such a heart-touching moment for all of us. We then joined the chanting session, sitting on the soft sand, reciting Gatha with the newly ordinated monks. It was such a peaceful end to that sacred morning. After that, we said goodbye to the rest of our relatives and went back to the Pilgrim's Rest. Since checkout was before 11 am and our return train wasn't until 4:45 pm, I booked another place nearby, which is called Silver Line Guest House. We went there with my cousin and his family and had a quick wash and took a well-deserved nap. Around 3 pm, we left for the station. On the way, we found this cozy spot called Ranguru Restaurant, just a few hundred meters away, and honestly, the food was amazing. After lunch, we walked to the station and spotted a chumpan tuk-tuk. So, of course, we had to grab some fish buns for the 5-hour train ride. We reached the station around 4 pm and had some time to relax. My sister took most of the clips while I just sat back on the bench, soaking it all in. At 4:45 pm, the train from Kankasanturai pulled in. It was already crowded, but we found our seats in cabin B. By then, everyone was exhausted, yet we still enjoyed the ride, chatting a little before dozing off. My cousin's family got off at Veyangoda. I missed it because I would have fallen asleep too. Finally, we reached Colombo Fort around 9 pm and took a car back home to Mount Lavinia. And that's how our trip came to an end. It was a long, emotional, and truly unforgettable day. One filled with peace, family, and reflection. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this vlog, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more journeys like this. See you soon in the next one.